What do you think the challenge is that women are having, Black women in particular, when it comes to becoming a wife?
Keeping it 100,
Yes.
there's not enough eligible Black males who fit the needs of Black women. By the time you dissect the demographics of finances, sexual orientation, what you end up drilling down into, because Black women tend to want to marry Black men.
Right, right.
So Black women are excelling. They're getting accelerated degrees, graduate degrees, doctorate degrees. They're starting businesses. Black women are running circles around men.
Right.
And it's also shown in research that women want to marry on their same level of financial and educational status.
Yeah.
So if you're a Black woman making $150,000 a year with a master's degree, you tend to want to marry a Black man on that same level or higher. If Black women are excelling at such an accelerated rate, how do men keep up with that?
Listen, man, that sound good. Let me just get this out the way. Education is bullshit, and chicks know that education is bullshit. And when I say that, I'm talking about from a preference standpoint as far as, oh, women want guys with the same educational background. That's cute to say. That is cute to say. There are a lot of people with degrees who don't have jobs in their field and are not getting paid the money that they should be getting paid. So let's just throw that down the sewer. And this is the other reason why it's bullshit. It's because if they meet a multimillionaire that never got a degree, or a guy that's really caked up and a business owner and he never went to school, he's still going to be a good option, because what it comes down to, this is really what the qualifications come down to when we talk about Black women and the rhetoric on social media, all the studies and everything, even that this chick said, it's just fucking money. That's the only qualification that they really give a fuck about. And listen, when we talk about relationships, this is excelling to them as individuals. Black men, specifically Black men, because that's what they want to talk about when it comes to this. We don't care about your fucking degrees. How many times do people got to say it? That is not what we value, and that is not a primary concern. But the irony of this is these same chicks will get mad at other, dudes who are unqualified or qualified for dating white chicks or marrying white chicks. Isn't that funny?
Okay, hear me out. So, this is my last year in my 20s. I will be 29 in March. And I just want to say that my 20s was a pure fuckery. I accomplished nothing in life, okay? The only accomplishment that I have is that I had two beautiful children that I love dearly. But if it wasn't for them, I'm not even sure what life would have been, okay? I don't have any friends. I don't go out. It's so hard for me to find friends in California. I just don't understand why it's hard for me to find friends. I don't have a job. I don't have a career. Some days I want to be an influencer. Other days I want to pursue my hair career, and I will start something and never finish it, like ever. Love life sucks, okay? People my age are like married, with kids, buying houses. Me, I'm still here, still in my apartment, nowhere near ready to buy a home, okay? Nowhere near ready to even have a partner, because every time I meet a guy, they all want the same thing. They just like want to sleep with you and waste your time, and I'm good of that. So like, I don't know, at what point does like us 20s, that we are in our 20s, like at what point that like it gets to the next level in life? Like, I just need to know, like, maybe when I turn 30, is that when I'm gonna find a husband or something? Is that when I'm gonna figure out what's my career? I really need to figure this out. Like, I need some help, y'all.
Well, let me say a few things. Number one, the career stuff is understandable because it's hard out here. It's not, the 80s or something where, it's easy to just have a career that's actually going to be good enough to give you a good, stable life. The real issue that you have when we talk about career is that you think being an influencer is like a real option. You think that's a real option. People who get those positions, they do work hard, but they are lucky because there are a lot of people who work hard and the shit don't shake. And even then, you are a fucking adult, so you gotta have something else going. You gotta have something else going. And I'm gonna be honest, the fact that hair is one of the things that she does and she hasn't went all in on that just to get a career, just to get a salon chair or something, so she could have some decent income or whatever, like, dudes just don't got no drive. None. Because that's not even no shit that I look at as like a lucrative long-term career, nothing like that. But it's just like barbers. You know, people will pick up the clippers and that be their career. And they will do that for 30, 40 years. So with that being said, like, she should have been got on that and did that, but she has no drive. You got to really think about it. The fact that you said you don't have any significant accomplishments outside of having kids, that's actually fucking pathetic. Because it's like, this is the thing, even if you're an influencer, if that's what you want to do and that's what you were aiming for, how long have you had that goal and how much work have you put towards it? If you got a video that got 100,000 views or, what you call it, 1 million views or something like that, that's an accomplishment. I don't care what anybody says. I know most of y'all don't make content. That's an accomplishment. And you could actually get some money off of that. If you doing hair and you ain't got a chair at a salon or you ain't motherfucking open up your own salon, like, what have you been doing in your 20s? So yeah, like, you are a fuck up. But the last thing I'm going to say, just as far as like, the dating and you not being able to find a dude or get a husband and you on a different type of time and all dudes want to do is have sex with you and stuff like that. So you got these simp ass old dudes that I did a video on. I don't know if it's going to drop before or after this. But you got those types of dudes who are trying to tell you that no man should be asking you what you bring to the table and stuff like that. And that's cool. That's fine. But if you're not knowing what value you bring to a guy, if you are more of a liability than an asset, like, nobody is going to want to fuck with you long term. Especially, this is the thing, man. Chicks don't really want to have a long-term relationship with a poop. So I'm sure she's looking at good candidates for a long-term relationship, guys who actually got money, guys who actually got some type of success or something like that, because she looked good and shit. But this is the thing. If these are quality guys, and just how I hear you talk about your career, I'm sure you haven't figured out what value to bring a man yet. You have no clue. Plus, on top of that, you come with baggage as far as kids. No guy is really going to want to choose you for more than sex because you are not really enhancing his life. And you are not showing signs that you are going to enhance his life. And even just your career situation, dudes really don't care about a chick money, but it's like at the same time, like, you gotta know what you own. You gotta know what you doing to some extent, which is so funny because this chick is not black, I don't think, but just the last clip, oh, black women excelling so much. They just doing so much because they got 80,000 degrees and yeah, that sound good. But then you have a lot of chicks like this who are lost. And then you'll have these Steve Harvey ass, simp ass motherfuckers talking about a woman don't need to bring nothing to the table because you build tables. Like, fuck out of here.
What controversial opinion do you have?
So I don't believe that men should work from home. I think they should only be working in the office or labor roles only.
Why?
I just feel like men are too comfortable in the house these days. Like, I don't know, a lot of house husbands have come out of this generation. I personally feel like I want a man who goes outside, interacts with people, dresses up for the outdoors. Like, I feel like there's just something sexy about a guy who puts on an outfit and go gets his bag. Also, I don't want to see my man in the house 24/7. I work from home. So let me yearn for you. To men of our generation, love women. Don't be so sassy. We're not in competition. We're here to compliment each other. Leave the video games down. Come to bed, babe. Let's cuddle. That's normal.
Okay. I rock with that. Okay, Key, what's your rebuttal to that? Go.
I cuddle while I'm on the game. It sounds like you need to find somebody that's innovative, adaptive, and more caring to your needs. The game not the problem.
Congratulations.
But how are we going to cuddle and you're talking on the headset and I'm right there? That's aggravating.
On me.
I'm not gonna lie. Doing these videos gets exhausting because I get tired of hearing stupid shit. A chick will find a way to have a problem with a man working from home, but a chick won't find a way to have a problem with talking to a dude that's in prison currently. A chick won't find a way to have a problem with a guy selling drugs and putting her and her kids' lives at risk. A lot of women, regardless of demographic, in America will be perfectly fine dating a criminal who gets his money from criminal activities, but then find a way to be upset that they man got a work from home job. This is the thing, and I'm going to keep it a beam, man. When you get past the fundamentals, when it comes to looks, money, status, personality, as far as those things when it comes to attraction, then as far as relationships, protecting, providing, and leading, everything else doesn't matter as much if it doesn't fall under those categories. It just doesn't. Because even then, if you were yoked in one of those areas, if you are really strong in one of those areas, then it's possible for it to outweigh some of the things that you do lack. Now, the reason that I say that is because if you get to asking a chick, or just women in general, all the things that they want in a man, they gonna say 99,000 things, bruh. They've had studies on this. I've seen, psychologists and other people who are getting the data talk about this. And when they go to ask guys, man, guys are pretty simple. They want 2-3 things. The majority of men want 2-3 things. But when you talk to women, what do they want? They want the world. They want 50 million things, bro. And this is the truth right here. They really just be talking. They really just be talking. They really don't even be knowing themselves for real. If women actually knew themselves, there wouldn't be an abundance of women who have heterosexual relationships their whole life, have kids with multiple men or one man, and then get so fed up with men in the way that their relationship cycles are going because they keep picking the same motherfuckers over and over to the point they get done dirty so much and they get so fed up that they start messing with other women. They start trying out the lesbian shit. We are different by nature. There's no way that guys are going to be fed up with women and then go and try and get some dick in their ass. That's just not how it works. But that's a move the women will do, and they truly don't be knowing themselves. So I might react to a lot of these videos, and you might even hear chicks say stuff like this in your real life. Just know, man, most of these chicks just be fucking talking. You got to look more at what they do than what they say, because these chicks will get on these podcasts. They will get on everything and talk about how they want a provider. They want a rich man. But the guy that they fucking right now is broke as fuck. And they baby dad is broke as fuck. And they get on Facebook, they get on Instagram, they get on Twitter and slander their baby dad because of how broke he is. But the funny thing is, he didn't just become broke. No, he was broke when he was putting that raw dick inside you. When he was shooting the club up, he was broke. But now, being that you don't like the effects of all of that, and now you want to get on the internet and talk about you want this dude, and it's not gonna work if the date ain't $200 when you ain't never been on a $200 date. And even then, some of the chicks who have been on $200 dates don't fuck those guys. I'm done for today, man. Let me know your thoughts.